Hello guys, this will be a deck profile for my vampire deck. Most of you will not find this video very interesting, but the ones that do will appreciate it. So we'll start with the main deck. I'll show you everything, main, extra and side deck. We play two familiar just for consistency purposes. This card is amazing. It lets you search for a vampire card when it's special summoned, but most of the times you need to have it in the grave, so because that's kind of difficult, you play it at 2, and also you play 2 retainer. Basically it's the same card, but it searches a spell or trap. For the starters we play triple ghost. This card is amazing. It searches, it foolishes, and also it gives you an additional normal summon if you banish it from the grave. One sorcerer. This card, it's good to have it in the grave. It gives you basically a tribute summon with paying no cost. It's a good card, but you shouldn't play it more than once. One Fräulein. This card is amazing. You can special from hand when you go into battle, and it gives you an attack boost up to 3000. Depends on how many life points you will pay. One Shadow Vampire, amazing card. It lets you special summon a vampire from the deck, so you can start with this, go to this, and then you can activate its effect to basically make any body on the field a big body, basically. One Grace. Most of the times you use this card as a cost to activate your other vampire's effect, so you need to have a blank spot in the deck to foolish it, and also it comes back to life if you summon a level 5 or higher vampire monster. One Surge. This card is amazing. When it's normal or special summon, you can pay 1000, target one vampire in the grave and special summon it, and also if it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon it to your field. One Vampire Vamp, amazing card. On normal summon, you can steal one opponent's monster that has more attack than this card, and basically you create a very big body to swing for game most of the times. The monster that you steal from your opponent, you equip it, and if this card goes to the grave with a monster equipped, you can special summon it back to the field. One Voivod. This card is the boss monster of the deck. Basically what does, it steals two monsters from your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your field. It also provides a negate to monsters as long as the opponent has another monster with the same name to the graveyard. Now for the zombie package, we play one Glow Up Bloom, amazing card. You can foolish it and with your Foolish Burial or 1-for-1, and then get the effect, banish it to search basically any level 5 or higher zombie monster from the deck to the hand. Also, if you have the field spell Zombie World, you can special summon it instead. We play two Uni-Zombie. Many people play 3 of these cards, but since all the Vampire Agent is, it works with normal summoning, and this card is also a normal summon, you can't afford to play multiple, so I think just 2 of them are good. Basically you use them for the foolish effect, so it's nice to have an additional 2 foolish effect as long as your normal spell. We play one Banshee. Banshee is amazing because you need to go to your field spell as quick as possible. As a one-off, it's very good. One Angul Mazera. This card is amazing. Many zombie decks don't play this card at all. Another vampire deck profiles that I've seen, they don't play this card at all, and this card is amazing. So if you have it on your hand or your grave, you can banish it to protect your zombies from destruction either by effect or battle, and also when it's banished you can special summon it back to your field. So, and then again if they kill it, they send it to the grave, then it's live again, you can banish it once per turn of course, but this card is amazing to have. One Doom King. This card is the second boss monster that this deck has, along with your Voivod. you can use it has two effects basically, a negate and a banish on zombie monster, but as long as you control the field spell, everything in the field and grave is a zombie, so you can basically banish or negate anything. We play just two as blossoms. This deck is a going second deck, so this hand drop is a generic one. It's also a zombie, a tuner, so you can go to your synchro plays. I'll show you some monsters on the extra deck. This card is amazing, it's generic, and you can always side it out for something else. One Fenrir, this is nothing. This has nothing to do with zombies or vampires, but it's a very good body to have on the field since you're going second. If your opponent activates something, you can punch them for it, and also you can use this card with your desire, because your desire targets any monster on the field. It doesn't have to be a vampire monster, so you can target this and send from your deck to the grave another monster, vampire monster. Then we play triple of Zombie World, amazing card. This field spell is very impactful right now in this meta because of your tempi opponents and everything, or I don't know, everything basically that needs to have a specific type, it stops them. So very good, it's searchable, and you need to play 3 of these. We play 3 domain. This is from the vampire archetype, this is the best spell to have. It gives you an additional normal summon on vampires basically if you pay 500, and also all your vampires you pay cost 500 points to activate their effects. So with this, each time your vampire's monster deal damage to your opponent, basically you can heal. You take whatever damage you deal, you heal it in your life points. We play one Desire, amazing card to have as an one-off. It's once per turn effect. It lets you basically target a monster on the field and foolish a monster from the deck to the grave with a different level. Also, you can target one vampire in the grave, send one monster from the field to the graveyard and special summon it. It has 2 effects, very good effects. Now for the one-offs, basically all those cards are one-offs right now and are all spells. We play 1 for 1. You can send any vampire monster or zombie monster, like Mazera for example, that you need, or your Doom King, because you can special summon it on the standby phase if you have the field spell. You can send basically any card that you want to foolish to the grave to special summon your level 1s, familiar or Glow Up Bloom, to get their effects afterwards. So this card is mandatory to play. We play one Fool's Burial, probably the best card to start every combo in your deck. One Prosperity to search. One Change of Heart. Since you're going second, you need as many cards that steal opponent's monster as possible, so mandatory. One spell card, Monster Reborn. This card is amazing because it provides bodies to your field and also interrupts your opponent in case they want to use their graveyard. So this card is amazing. It's once per turn effect, so I just play one. Then we play one Feather Duster for the spells, one Darkhold for the monsters, and one Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm I could play more, but they conflict with your Fenrir and also your Darkhold. It's an amazing card to have in this deck because you can, if you have nothing else to do, you open a very bad hand. If you open your familiar or retainers, okay, you can normal summon them, activate Darkhold, destroy them, send them to the grave and gain their effect. So Darkhold, you can use it offensively to destroy opponent's monster and also gain a plus for yourself. Then we play one Triple Tactics Talent. You use this card because you're going second, you can steal an opponent's monster to go to your exist plays, you can draw 2 cards, and also you can punish your opponent to look their hands and rip a card off. One Mind Control. You should be very careful with this card because the monster that you will steal, you will not be able to tribute it, so you can't go to your big vampire cards. You can only use it to go to your exes basically, so keep it in mind. And also we play one book of Lunar Eclipse. For the same reason I play Darkhold and not Raigeki. Most of the times you need to discard those guys to the grave so you can get their effects, or discard Glow a Bloom to the grave to get its effect. So it's a very good card to play as in one of in your main deck, and then of course you can side it out. For the extra deck we play one zombie vampire and one Sheridan. So basically you all know what those cards do. Basically whatever you steal from your opponent you can make it, because if an opponent's monster, if you have an opponent's monster, the level is treated like or 6 or 8. Then we play 2 Shaker and 1 Fascinator. Basically this card, if you have your field spell, you can draw cards in every turn if a monster is special summoned, because it is considered a zombie monster. And Fascinator, just by itself, it can steal 2 opponent's monsters, one from the grave and one from the field, so you can go to the exes. Then we play one Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel is very good in this deck, because you have in your deck every level. You start from level 1s and you go up to level 8s, and if you steal also your opponent's monster, it's very easy to make this card. Then we play one Phoenix, just to have a generic link to destroy back row your opponent controls. One Anima, you can send your level 1s to the grave to gain advantage. Since this is a going second deck, this card is amazing. One Access Code Talker, one Goddess, one Saver. Basically Saver is very good as well, because it lets you foolish when you go to battle phase. You foolish vampire most of the times monster to the grave, so you reduce your opponent's attack. It's a boss monster because it gets to destroy a monster on the field, and also a Fool's Burial as well. And then we play a level 6, a level 7, a level 8 and a level 10 zombie monster. So you can go to your synchro plays, depends on what you steal from your opponent and what you have on the field. For the side deck we play one Vampire Hunter. This card is amazing if you play against dark deck, because basically whatever it is, it destroys it, and it's a warrior, but it doesn't matter because it's a vampire as well, so you can search it and use it as a cost because it's a vampire monster. Then you play 2 Cosmic Cyclone. You play in the main deck Lightning Storm, you play Feather Duster, so you have additional back row destruction. You play Triple Dimensional Barrier, amazing card in this format because fusion and synchro decks are pretty relevant, so having a way to stop them is very good. Also Triple Nibiru. Now that Appaloosa is gone, this card is amazing because most of the times it stops your opponent's board, and also if you manage to steal this card with Change of Heart or something, you go to game. And then we play one Dark Sacrifice, one Rivalry and one Vampire Domination. This card is basically a searchable Solemn Judgment without cost. This is a very good way to stop your opponent, because if you have your Zombie World and Rivalry at the same time on the field, basically they get to have just one body on the field. And Dark Sacrifice protects you from distraction as long as you foolish a level 3 or lower dark monster to the grave, so it's a foolish burial and protection as well. And then for the last 3 we play Triple Crackdown. Basically if you're gonna go first, that you don't want that much in this deck, basically you activate this. It's not once per turn, so you can steal multiple copies if you have you can steal multiple monsters, sorry, if you have multiple copies to your hand, and then in the next turn use them to go to your exes place. So that was the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not a competitive deck by any means, so don't expect to win big tournaments, but to have fun and play with your friends at locals. It's a very good and fun deck, and I'll see you in the next one.